Chapter 6, Part 2. His mother paused, panting, listening. No shots came back from the other side, but already more shadows were swarming down from the great black ships surrounding the tower. "We're trapped," he said. His mother moved swiftly through the burning room, checking every surface. She found a lever in the corner, pulled it, and a rickety ladder dropped down before her. "A way out," she said. "Come on." He tried to stand, tottered on legs that felt like liquid, and slumped to the ground again. He lay there, terrified, clutching his bleeding knees. His mother came back to him. Very gently she picked him up in her arms and carried him to the foot of the ladder. "You first," she said. "I'll be right behind you." Lucky's heart was pounding. His knees were screaming with pain, but they were going to get away. She knew what she was doing. They were going to be okay. He put a foot on the first rung. It wobbled beneath him, and the ladder lurched before his eyes. "I'm holding it for you," said the mother. "Keep going," said his mother. "Keep going." He tried another step. It felt more stable now, but behind him, outside, he heard the rumble of weapons powering up again. Taking aim, a volley of shots slammed into the tower, and he heard his mother cry out. Because she was hit again, her shoulder this time. "Don't look," she gasped. "Come on, Lucky, climb." With a desperate surge of fear, he hauled himself up another rung, then another, and another, forcing himself higher and higher, though he was tiring with every step he took towards the top. He climbed up and up and up, until finally he came to a trap door. He pushed it open and hauled himself onto a platform at the top of the flight tower. Cold night air whipped into his face. He caught his breath, steadied himself, and offered his mother a hand up. She shrugged it off. "I'm fine," she said, though there was blood dripping from her wounds. Already she was scanning the layout at the top of the tower. The alien ship was on the ground directly below them now. The aliens had climbed on board and preparing for takeoff. Frolix and Bixie were staring up at them from the open hatch. Lucky felt giddy. He backed away from the edge of the platform and turned around. Behind them, a shadow guard was coming silently up the ladder, out of the trapdoor onto the platform. "Help!" screamed Lucky, fear finally freeing his voice. His mother reared up like a lioness and let loose a ferocious blow that knocked the shadow guard back down through the trapdoor. "You got him!" cried Lucky, hugging her, not wanting to let go. She hugged him back, full of pride and joy. "Not too bad for a beginner, am I?" she said. Above their heads, the black sky was shot through with red streaks from Ares 1. "Who are you?" he said. "You know who I am," she smiled, ruffled his hair, and led him back to the edge of the platform. "Now there's only one way out of here. We've got to jump down onto the Sunfire. It'll hurt, but I promise you it'll be okay. Can you do it?" The view lurched before Lucky's eyes. He felt sick. "No," he whimpered. The wind shook the tower. The metal groaned beneath his feet. Already he could hear engines spinning up. Could see the alien ship beginning to shift and hum and move. "Wait," his mother called down to the aliens. "We're coming." Blam. A shot rang out behind them. Something strange appeared on his mother's shirt. It was like a little flower blooming there on the white fabric. Then its petals opened, shocking wet and red, and Lucky knew it wasn't a flower. Blood, it was her blood, and it was seeping from her chest. Shh. The shadow ship hovered in the air behind them, dwarfing the flight tower. A hatch at the front was open. More shadow guards stood inside, bristling with cannon. "Surrender," one of them called. "You cannot win." Lucky's mother turned away from the black ship in the sky and whispered softly in his ear. "Lucky, my love," she said, as if she were putting him to bed on some very ordinary night back home in the suburbs. "You keep yourself safe, okay? Because everything that I've done, I only did to protect you." And with that she lifted him in her arms and hurled him off the edge of the platform. "No, wait! What are you doing?" he screamed as he fell away from her and plummeted feet first into the night. Down, down, down he plunged, helpless, screaming, clawing the air, trying to slow his fall, but he couldn't. He just fell, and fell, and fell, and fell, until he landed in Frolix's massive arms as the alien ship lifted from the ground. "The kid's in, Captain," called Frolix. He put Lucky down, just inside the ship. "But his mum, I don't know what she's doing." Lucky stared out of the Sunfire's hatch as it rose into the air, and was horrified to see his mother still up there on the flight tower. She wasn't coming after him. No, she was going the other way. She was running straight at the huge black ship in the sky. The shadow guards fired at her, all guns blazing, but she was moving in that mesmerizing way again, twisting and turning and flowing like water. Blam! 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 She hurled herself off the tower into the line of fire, but not one of the shots hit her. Even now she was that fast, that good. She pulled her last grenade as she dived right into the shadow ship's open hatch. There was a soft whining sound, and then a huge explosion that tore the black ship to pieces. fire and light bleeding out as the blast obliterated it and everything in it and all around it. And all the time Lucky was watching from the Sunfire, waiting for his mother to somehow leap aside to safety and come after him. And even as the Sunfire rose above the apocalypse of smoke and flame, he was calling for her. He called again and again and again. Come on, where are you? Please come on. But his mother never came. What happens next, chapter 7? Things you might do. There's Bixer Quicksilver that you might draw, that warrior. Or you might have a go at drawing the Sunfire. Or perhaps the Shadow Guard ship. Or maybe just the battle scene. Thank you very much.